What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I was looking back at my previous videos and I saw that the Arizona Canals baits to use, that video, I noticed that it kind of took off a little bit, so it seems like you guys enjoyed it. So I'm going to make another video right now of 5 more baits that you can use in any sort of Arizona canal to catch fish. So let's get started. The first one is the Ned rig. This is paired up with a little Sakoshi bug. It's like a little craw kind of creature bait imitation. This bait freaking shreds. I'm sure you guys have seen me use this in ponds and stuff, but I've used it plenty of times in canals and caught tons and tons of fish on them. I like to use a 1/10 ounce jig head for, well, Ned head for the Ned rig. I also like to bite usually about 1/4 of an inch off of the bait, make it a little bit smaller, make it a little bit more presentable for those fish, because a lot of the time, I mean, there's a lot of small bass in canals. So if you really want to get those hook sets on all the bass, you want to bite off a little bit to really make sure that you get all the hook sets that you can. You're gonna miss some fish, it's how it is, but just to try to get a few more, bite the end off just a little bit, especially on these Sakoshi bugs. But talking about these Sakoshi bugs real fast, they are an insane bait. They are so freaking good. They come in, I believe, 8 different colors. You can find them on Carl's Bait and Tackle. The link will be below. And there's like I said, 8 different colors or something like that. And you can pick them up. They're made by 10,000 fish. So really, really good bait. I like to use a 1/10 ounce head. It's a perfect fall rate, and a lot of the time you'll cast it out parallel, cast it in the middle, wherever you're flipping. But a lot of time, because this is still such a light Ned head, it's going down so slow that you get bit on the drop. You just see your line shooting out, you can set the hook and you're good to go. Get that fish in, get a picture, toss him back in. Alright, and then, I mean, in the previous one, I talked about how crappie grubs work really, really well. And I was talking about how pearl ones work really well. Well, I found another color that is excellent. It's made by Canals. It's called Electric Chicken. It's been around for a long, long time, but I never really thought about using it in the canal. But this is an excellent color. Half pink, half kind of chartreuse and like mossy green with some flake in it. Really, really good color. I mean, because a lot of the canals are this color green, and you want to try to match the hatch. And if you can match that watercolor, you're probably going to catch a few fish, whether it's bluegills, crappies, bass, maybe a catfish, carp. I've caught carp on this, it's weird. Tilapia, you can catch anything on this lure. You can use this with a 16th ounce jig head all the way down to a 1/64. Now 1/64, you're not going to be able to cast it out as far, but you're going to have that super, super freaking slow fall rate that, I mean, the fish they're going to hit it because it's going so slow they can't resist it. But I like to use a 16th ounce. You can cast it out far enough, still a slow enough drop, and then you also can feel the tension while you're reeling it in. I always like to feel full tension of my bait as I'm reeling in, whether I'm at a canal, pond, lake, wherever, just because I feel like I can feel the bite that much better. 32nd ounce is as low as I'll personally go, but you could definitely use a 1/64 with this. This is a 2-inch Canals Electric Chicken. Remember that. Excellent. Let me show you the package real fast. That is the package. This is a crazy, crazy good bait. It's actually probably, in my opinion, better than that pearl white I was telling you guys about in the previous video. I mean, that thing is crazy how well it does. The next bait. This bait is made by Arizona Custom Baits. It is a little 3-inch drop shot bait. And I was thinking, you know, I've used this a few times, caught plenty of fish on it. It's an excellent bait, and I think the reason why it works so well in the canals is because it's only a 3-inch bait. I mean, it's not big whatsoever. You use it with a little size 1 drop shot hook, and then you can use it with anywhere from an 1/8 to a 1/4 to half an ounce weight. Get off the bottom so that when you're bouncing it, this little flap gets going and it kicks up in the water. This is an insane bait. And like I said, 3 inches, perfect baits, not too big. A lot of times I've used 4 to 5 inch drop shot worms, and they catch fish and they get a lot of bites, but the fish are too small to grab onto it. I was going through Shoppers one day and I was looking, I was like, you know what, Arizona Custom Baits, I'll give them a shot. And I'm starting to freaking fall in love with all their baits. Their baits are excellent. And so I picked this up, I fished in the canal with it, and it shreds. It does perfect work. This color is smoke purple shad. So if you want, you can probably look on their website, pick up a pack. I believe that I think these packs are like $4 or $5, something like that. Over at Shoppers, it was on sale of like $3.99. So I mean, still $4, but online I think they're $5. So I mean, you save $1 if you go into Shoppers and pick it up. Definitely give that a shot. Excellent bait. Make sure that you have a leader and it's anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. That's what I like to do when I'm drop shot fishing. Tie the hook on up top, pin it right through the nose, and then have the sinker down here, and then just bounce it along. Bounce along the bottom, take your time, you don't need to rush it. The fish will come to the bait, trust me. Alright, and this is a newer bait that I started using in the canals. I've always used this bait out of lakes and stuff, but in the canals, new bait. And I've talked about it plenty of times. The Deathstalker by 10,000 Fish. This is an excellent bait. Freaking insane. And it's a perfect size imitation of a little bait fish inside the canals. It's only about 2 inches long. Then you have the little flasher kicking in the back at all times. So if you're fishing in a really murky canal, this is kicking up so well, kicking up so much flash and creating a little water disturbance that you're gonna get bit. And it's a small enough bait. You're gonna catch a small bass, you're gonna catch big bass, you're gonna catch everything. I've caught tilapia on here, I've caught carp on here, caught catfish on here, but big bass, small bass, everything. Last but not least, upsize. Last time I was talking about a little swim bait. Upsize it. This is still only a 3.25 inch exo swim. This is the Lab Magic color. Really excellent color. Matches. You have that pearl white underneath. Then you have that green to match the watercolor. So you just kind of see the flash of the pearl white underneath when it's swimming through the water. And the bass, they freaking love it. And with the jig head that you want to put with this is going to be anywhere from an 1/8 to a 1/4 ounce jig head. Those are going to be the ideal size of jig heads that you want to use in a canal. I mean, obviously if you're going to be using this in a pond or whatever, you want to go a little bit heavier. But in a canal, I wouldn't go any more than a 1/4 ounce. There's no need for it. I mean, I like using an 1/8 ounce to a 1/4 ounce within that range. This bait swims so well. The little paddle tail kicks up a ton of water, and I've gotten bit so many times on it. And this, honestly, this bait catches more, not big bass and not small bass, but just that intermediate, just fun 2-pound, 1 to 2.5 pound fish. I mean, it catches a lot of just good, fun, quality, decent fish. I mean, I haven't really caught anything big on it. I mean, it's an excellent bait, and you're gonna catch a lot of fish on it. Just make sure you pair it up with an 1/8 ounce and a 1/4 ounce, because if you put a 1/2 ounce on here, it's gonna drop so fast. And if there's any sort of grocery cart or any sort of structure in the canal, you're gonna hang so easily. So make sure you use a lighter weight when you use that. So we're gonna go through these baits again, just give you a quick little overall. So first, the Ned rig, 1/10 ounce Ned head. This is a Sakoshi bug, bite off about 1/4 of an inch. You can find this on Carl's Bait and Tackle. I'll have a link below, like I said. Excellent bait. And it's a perfect imitation of a little craw / creature bait, so check that out. The next one is at Kalen's Electric Chicken. Make sure you use anywhere from a 1/64 to 1/16 ounce. Cast it out, let it drop, and just do a super slow retrieval, just like you're fishing for crappies. A really slow retrieval. You're gonna get bit, whether it's small bass, big bass. The interesting thing is I've caught more big bass, like 3 to 5 pounders on this than I have on this in the canals. It's weird. So definitely give this a shot. Third, the little drop shot bait, little drop shot plastic. Little 3-inch smoked purple shad by Arizona Custom Baits. Make sure that you're using a 1/4 ounce lead or tungsten, whatever you like, about anywhere from 6 to 8 inches, and then just have a little size 1 hook with a bait this small. If you're going to use a little bit bigger, use a size 2, but use a size 1 and just bounce this sucker along. The Deathstalker, you can find this also on Carl's, like I said, link below. Excellent bait, 2.5 inches, matches any sort of shad, any sort of tilapia. I mean, they have so many different colors. You can match any bait fish with this one bait. But what entices the bass to hit, or any fish for the matter, is the flash and the kick up of water when this is going through the water. You don't need to do anything crazy. It also creates a vibration because of how you have that bottom ridge sticking out. It creates a really good vibration in the water, kind of like a lipless crankbait, but you have that flash added onto it, plus it's a smaller bait. Excellent, excellent lure. And last but not least, if you want to catch a lot of just fun little quality fish, 1 to 2.5 pounds, use this, because you got that pearl that flashes through the water and you kind of a silhouette. Then you have the green that matches the watercolor really, really well. Make sure you use an 1/8 to a 1/4 ounce jig head on this and cast it out. Retrieve it a little bit faster than you would with the grub, because because there's more weight on here, you want to keep it in that water column a little bit faster, because if you're really, really slow, it's going to drop all the way to the bottom. So make sure you retrieve this a little bit faster. These are just 5 more baits that you can use to catch a ton of fish in Arizona canals. I hope it helped you guys out. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good hoopla stuff. And we'll see you next time on Southwest Fishing.